Welcome to this month's What's New with DU. My name is Molly Dennehy, and I'm coming to you this month from London, England. My awesome co-host is Justin Friend. How are you doing, Justin?
Great, Molly. How are you? How's everything treating you over in London?
It's great. It feels really weird with this time change, but we're going to get into some great stuff today.
Right on.
This month's topics, we are going to recap what happened at the most recent trade shows, Digital Dealer Tampa and DrivingSales President's Club in Fort Lauderdale. We learned a lot and we're going to share what we learned with you. We're going to highlight our customer spotlight of the month, and then we're going to get into some specific strategies for vehicle acquisition and pre-owned sales that have to do with third-party data. So a lot to get through, so stay with us. Justin, how did you like the trade shows in Florida this month?
So trade shows were awesome. Had a fantastic opportunity to present at Digital Dealer, which was in Tampa with Allison McConaughey. Although I do look like her security guard in that picture, that was not the case. We had a fantastic time just educating the pretty sizable crowd that we had, talking about the fantastic case study that was just published on behalf of one of our partners, Healey Brothers, which I think, Molly, you're going to talk about in just a few minutes. Overall, it was a great experience. Our CEO, Pete, also had the opportunity to present. So we had a pretty cool opportunity where we monopolized the same room for a 2-hour block and had back-to-back sessions just talking about social media and our passion for the industry, and had a fantastic opportunity to talk to people not only about Pinterest, but also about the ad tech and software that can really power amazing opportunities in social media. So Digital Dealer was absolutely fantastic.
And Justin, you did really great. So I know you had another opportunity to present at DrivingSales President's Club. Tell me about that.
Yeah, absolutely. DrivingSales President's Club is really a Super 20 group type of environment. So it's not so much a trade show. Tons of education and tons of content and breakout sessions. It was really, really a great opportunity. I personally had the opportunity to sit on a panel with two experts in the industry, Alex Mellon and Greg Gifford, and we had the opportunity to go through some spectacular data that was pulled in to talk about the state of dealership marketing. Over 100 dealers were surveyed, 33 different brands across the country, and we really looked at three key questions. How does a dealer measure success per channel? How confident is the dealer in the marketing channel itself? And did the dealer plan on increase or decrease spend across the course of this coming year? The results were fantastic. One of the data points that was so fascinating for us to review was what platforms dealers are advertising on. Clearly, as this slide states, Molly, the metaverse owns dealer social advertising. So 100% of dealers surveyed are currently on Facebook, 78% are on Instagram. That said, that steep decline, that shows the amazing opportunity between Snapchat and LinkedIn and Twitter and TikTok and Pinterest. There's so much opportunity for dealers to expand their platform and start reaching consumers where they're spending time. This also validates our expansion into omni-channel, giving dealers the ability to communicate with customers on the platforms that they're using in that particular moment. Another thing that was really interesting was looking at where dealers feel their budget is going to change in 2022. Obviously, you see a lot stay the same. The big indicator for us, social media, is the single channel that dealers feel they're going to increase across 2022. That may be increasing budget in Facebook or Instagram, but it's also going to be expanding their budget across the other platforms to continue to branch out and start to reach customers where they're spending time, and many of the other dealers aren't currently active. It's a great opportunity to be first to market and lead the charge, letting local consumers know about you, know about your dealership and your local brand in your market. Really, really cool opportunity and very encouraging data to see here.
Our customer spotlight of the month is Healey Brothers Automotive Group. This family-owned group consists of 9 rooftops in the Hudson Valley, New York region with over 40 years of service. The team at Healey is just so awesome to work with. Alex Knox, who's the performance manager of their account, said that Healey is incredibly collaborative and willing to jump in on new ideas, like Pinterest. We were able to partner with Pinterest and Healey, who became the first auto company to test and pilot Pinterest shopping solutions. Pinterest recently published their case study, as Justin mentioned earlier, showing the results of the pilot. Using Pinterest's latest feature, the case study resulted in 153 vehicles sold that were matched back to Pinterest ads. And what's more, this was a 43% lower cost per vehicle sold. Just incredible. Justin and I were able to connect with Jay Healey, the digital and social media director, to hear more about the impact of adding an omni-channel approach with Pinterest and how it's impacted their business.
It's been awesome. It helps us deliver our omni-channel experience for our consumer. At first, I really didn't know if it was going to work great. It's kind of like a shot in the dark, but then we started using the analytics and looking into who the actual buyers are on Pinterest. We found that people want to buy on Pinterest. They want to make that next step. We're selling a vehicle to someone that's actually looking for one.
Not only was it awesome to see the case study go public, but it was so exciting to see that it was featured by AdWeek. Use the links here on your screen to check out the case study or read the feature on AdWeek, or both.
It was a fantastic opportunity to work together. They're such an amazing, forward-thinking, progressive dealership group. Really appreciate the partnership.
Let's talk some more about vehicle acquisition and pre-owned strategies and how we can specifically help this using social media advertising. An interesting report that came out recently was from the Wall Street Journal, which shows that the average age of vehicles hit a record 12.2 years. This is the fifth year in a row that this stat has been climbing, and it presents a unique opportunity and also a challenge. But we can use social media advertising to help solve it.
Pre-owned demand is going to continue to rise. It's estimated that there are 700,000 fewer leased vehicles in operation. Ultimately, that's going to mean that those vehicles aren't available as pre-owned vehicles to resell. Pre-owned prices have increased 27% year over year. So that certainly indicates that there is a huge demand for pre-owned vehicles and that the supply is incredibly low. Speaking of supply, Molly, it's predicted that pre-owned sales will decrease by 23% year over year. So if you look at that spread, prices are increasing, volume of sales is decreasing. So it certainly provides an opportunity for dealers to be able to go out and restock their pre-owned inventory without having to go to the auctions. And we have a couple great strategies we want to share on how we can help you do that. Having third-party data integrated into your ad strategy is going to be key to help you restock your vehicles. Targeting local owners with the desired makes and models. What vehicles are you looking for? Are you looking for SUVs? Are you looking for pickup trucks? Is it a certain make model? Being able to leverage this data in your vehicle acquisition campaigns is going to make your campaigns that much more effective. Identifying the ideal customer or the persona that you want to communicate with in your local market is going to help you restock your inventory without having to go to the auction.
We always say it's important to work smarter and not harder, and leveraging third-party data allows your social media campaigns to do just that. So it's a really awesome tool to add on to make your campaigns more effective.
Molly, let's walk through a quick example of how a vehicle acquisition strategy could play out. It all starts with data, targeting the right customer with the right message. We can take data from your CRM, maybe it's a sold list, maybe it's a desired model list, or perhaps it's a service never sold list. This is also where that third-party data comes in, making sure that we're building the right list with the right audience for you. Syndicating that data out to each of the individual platforms, we then have the ability to reach consumers who we've identified as in market or people that you want to target with the right message on the platform where they're spending time. The ads are going to talk to them about the benefit to selling now and how there is such desire and need for their pre-owned vehicle. From there, we can drive that consumer directly to your trade page on your website, starting to bring them into your digital shopping experience. From there, we have the ability to create a lead directly for you, or perhaps let's start a retargeting campaign where we can start to share additional information about your dealership, or drive them back to a specific VDP for a vehicle they may have been interested in. It's all about targeting the right customer with the right message at the right time. Third-party data is a huge part of that. Molly, do you want to tell us a little bit more about some of the opportunities available?
Yeah, Justin, what's great is that most of these platforms allow this third-party integration. So using the CRM and first-party data that dealers have on hand and bolting on third-party data just really makes these campaigns more effective, and we can get really creative with targeting strategies. So if you're interested in learning more about third-party data and who we can reach in your local market, reach out to us and we will show you more about how we can leverage this amazing tool for you.
Another great point, Molly, is this makes each dealer's advertising more effective and more efficient. We're able to go target local in-market shoppers, driving the vehicles that you want, increasing the efficiency of the ads that are being delivered to the right consumer. So overall, bringing in third-party data is such a huge, huge benefit to any digital marketing strategy.
So that's what's new with DU. If you have any questions or want to talk more about the strategies that we covered today, please reach out to us. We definitely look forward to speaking with you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Molly. Talk to y'all soon.
Bye.